presentation for AssetCALC. We'll be covering stuff like creating new observations and kind of delivering the data as in with reports. Okay, you should all have received a login for AssetCALC, and just give me some time to log in here. Once you log in, you should have access to your dashboard as in SAVA 2016. I'm sorry, there's somebody telling me they cannot access. I'm sorry for the cutoff. One of you couldn't access the training. Okay, so this will be your dashboard for AssetCALC. You all should be working in the SAVA 2016 portfolio. As you can see, I have many clients in here, but in your case, you will be typing here SAVA 2016, and you will only have access to the portfolio that have been assigned to you. Okay, so once you click on SAVA 2016, you will be taken to the main portfolio page for that particular client. So for example, it's SAVA 2016, and you can see a listing of all the buildings within that location. For some buildings, you will have what we call sub-locations, as in Alpine Minor. You can see here has 2 sub-buildings. The way to access them, if you click on this little icon folder, as you can see, you can access all the sub-buildings within it, and you will have all the options you have for the main building. The main pages you are interested in for this portfolio will be your work screen. So depending on where you will be entering the list of observations you've been collecting, that's how to access it. So if you're working on the main building itself, you can directly click on the work screen. If you're working on the sub-location, you will have to expand the location and actually access the work screen for that sub-location. Okay, so for the sake of this presentation, we have a test location that I will be using here, and I'm going to the work screen for it. Okay, once you access this page, you will see all the observations for that building. So if your building is a brand new building, meaning you've been the only PM that went to it, normally this should be blank. So let me show you what you should see normally. There you go. So coming here fresh, normally you should see 0 observations, no observations here, because that's a new building that you are observing. Okay, now what you will do to start entering all your observations is to click on this add button. Okay, once you do that, you will see a worksheet show for you. Okay, this will be all the information you will have to provide. Some fields are required, as you can see here. Once you start filling them out, it will turn green to let you know that, hey, you filled out this information. Once you do all that, you'll be able to save. Now, the observations you've been making will be attached to a certain type of what we call our master cost in AssetCALC. It's pretty much the EMG internal cost library. So let's say you've been making an observation on a roof. Okay, you can come here and say, I want to create an observation for the roof I was making an observation on. Click on add, select the master cost. You will see all the uniform here. You can drill down here. As you can see, the list of cost will be changing according to your selection here. So let's say you were working on a roof. You can search also for a roof, and you will see a listing of all the roof from our cost library. Let's say you were trying to make a replacement on the asphalt shingle roof. What you do is select it, There you go. Okay. Select master cost. You have your roofs. Roof concrete replace. Okay, let's take that one. Once you select it, you will see that the page you were previously on will be filled up with information that you just selected for that cost. You just selected a roof with a concrete roof, and the action is to replace it. So it will be broken down here for you already. As you can see, the component name is a roof, attribute concrete, action will be replaced. You can add a location description, but it's not required. So based on your requirement, those are, you will be able to fill out the fields that you were told to fill out. Okay. Now the condition of the roof, let's say, was in a poor condition. You select a poor condition. If the roof was a poor condition, of course, that's an immediate need. So yes. Performance, integrity, adaptation, model. Okay. Performance, integrity. You select the plan type applicable to that particular observation. Let's say the roof was installed back in the 1990s. So this is where you will enter that information if you have that information. So if you will type in 1990, you will see that it will tell you, hey, the effective age is 26, meaning this roof is 26 years old because it had a lifespan of 50 years, which when you selected here, this particular cost will attach this particular lifespan for it, which is 50 years old, meaning the roof has a remaining useful life of 24 years old. Now, this is not a good example because you won't be able to see the result. Let me say the roof was installed back in 1975, okay? Meaning it's 41 years old. It needs to be replaced in 9 years. So, as you can see in the reserve preview, it will tell you that, hey, in 2025, this item needs to be replaced here, okay? As you keep changing, you will see it changing, okay? All right, now quantity, it's per unit of measure. This was a roof, so this is why you have a square footage of unit measure here. If it was something like that has like units, you will see EA here, meaning H. So let's say we're trying to cover a roof 1,000 square foot, just an example, okay? It will do the calculation for you. 1,000 square foot, the unit cost per square foot is 24. It will do all the calculation for you. You can add markup factors if you need to do so. And in case the cost is not what the client is looking for, you have the ability to say, hey, I'm going to modify this cost. Let's say the client wants you, or you know for a fact that this particular cost is 26 or 27 bucks. This is how you do it. You click on the modify and then you change it here to 27. And it will take the changes, make the calculation for you. On the back, it will trigger a mechanism that will tell you the report review, hey, this cost has been changed. So once you make that such type of change, we require you to write an internal comment telling, hey, this is why I changed the cost from this to this, okay? Also, if you selected a condition that is poor or worse, you need to give an explanation here regarding why you gave that particular roof a condition of fair or worse, okay? You can see the comments here are public, meaning everybody can see it, even the clients. Here, the internal comments for EMG only. Employees can see it, okay? Next is inventory info in case you are dealing with HVAC systems and stuff that require a manufacturer name, model, serial number, barcode. This will be the place to put that information. Okay, if it doesn't apply, just click on the non-applicable and it will remove all those fields for you. Now, this will be the date of the observation, the date you made that assessment. So let's say you entering this information today, right? But you made the observation last week, let's say on last Thursday on the 11th. You can put that information here and automatically you can see that I'm logged in. It will apply my name here as the one that made the observation. If you are logged in your account, you will see your name here, okay? This information needs to be filled out. Otherwise, you won't be able to save this observation, as you can see. Once you have all the fields filled out, the required ones, of course, you will be able to save the observation. Now, you have to upload photos for each type of observation. How you do that? this is the photo section. Just come here. You can drag and drop them, or you can just click here and select the location for your picture. Let's say this is just for an example. I'm selecting this. It will tell you have one photo ready to be uploaded as part of this observation that you make. Once you click on save, you can see it tells you it saved the information, photo uploaded, and it retrieves the GPS information from that photo. Okay, which is why they require you for this project to enable your GPS on your camera or cell phone. Okay, once you have that done, it can be closed, and now you can see that this observation is here for this particular location. There you go. Okay, now in case you made some changes and you need to signal that, hey, the reporter or the program manager, that this particular observation needs to be reviewed, under the assessment name, you can click on needs review checkbox. If you save it, you will see that this particular column lightens up in red. So when the report reviewer comes in, they'll be able to say, hey, this particular observation needs my attention. Let me see what's wrong. And once they open it, the first thing they will do is come to the comments part and try to figure out why you have this checked. Usually it's because you changed your unit cost, or you made some other changes and you need them to actually double check it on your end, on their end, sorry. You see the picture has been uploaded, everything is successful here, and you're good to go. Now, if you interpret an observation by mistake, of course, you can delete it. Okay, just click here to delete it. You can copy observations. Let's say you are assigned two type of locations. Okay, you're working on, for example, Alpine Terrace and Alpine Manor. You made an observation already in test site, and you're realizing that, hey, the same observation is to be made for Alpine Terrace or Manor, or the component is exactly the same, just a couple of information has to change. What you do, you don't create from scratch a new observation. You have the ability to say, hey, I want to take this observation here and I want to copy it from this particular location to another. How you do that? You have the move copy function here. Click on it. You're not trying to move, we're trying to copy. Let's do that. Select items to copy. It brings all this information for you. You can check here to say I'm trying to copy this observation to, let's say, Alpine Manor, this particular location here that I was just showing you here. Okay, once you click on copy one observation to 3 locations, it's saying 3 locations because Alpine Manor, remember, had sub locations. If you only wanted to copy it to the top location, you have to unselect these ones. So it only copies it here, as you can see, copy 1 to 1, not copy 1 to 3. Okay, otherwise it will copy this one into all these 3 locations. That's not what you want. So get rid of the 2, only keep 1. Click it, it will tell you it's been copied. If you navigate to that location, remember this was a roof concrete replace 5041-9. Alpine Manor. See, people already started working on this particular line. So you can see all these observations were made. The observation we just copied should have the highest ID number. So if you sort by ID number, you should see the latest item that's been added here, which was the roof we just copied from the other location. Okay, you can copy, you can move observation. Now we copied this. I know this is not its place. I want to move it. Same thing, move it. We want to move it back to the test site. You need to select it, move it. Okay, it goes away. If you go to test site now, you should see that we have 2 observations in there of exactly the same thing. You see, exact information. Okay, keep in mind that when you're making a copy, you cannot copy